Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout for Hip Kit Club. I'm using the April 2021 Hip Kits and I'm using an exclusive cut file, this pinwheel cut file that you'll find in the April downloads. So I have cut the cut file from one of the really pretty Heidi Swapp papers that has all like the different pinks and peaches on it. So I've cut the cut file from that. And then I am planning to put some mixed media onto the background, just not very much, but use the stencil that came in the kit to apply ink through. So we have the three colours of ink in the kit this month, in the colour kit. So I've just taken my little ink applicator tools. I've got the domed sponges now, which are really much better than the flat ones. I can really well control how the ink goes onto the stencil. So I really kind of went for the peaches and the pinks tones and just love how that stencil turned out. It's really, really pretty. I have the piece of the background paper that I cut the cut file from is left over. So the other side is just a pink ledger, which is really pretty. So I'm going to use that as my background. I've trimmed down my layout there and my white card background, and I'm going to stick that onto the ledger paper there, just having distressed the edges and turned the edges up a bit. So it's a really great use of a paper that you've already used part of to be able to then use it as a frame around the outside edge of the layout. So that's what I'm doing there. Just adding a little bit more of the stencil using the turquoise ink pad, I've now got the greeny colour towards the bottom and the peach and the pinks towards the top. So that's looking nice. And I'm planning on sticking with those colour schemes. So I'm planning on going with peaches and pinks and green as well, or turquoise or minty green, I suppose. Okay, so I'm just getting my my layouts assembled, stuck together, and now I can stick on my cut file. I'm just raising up the middle sections of each pinwheel on foam pads, and then I can just stick that in place. So the rest of it won't be stuck flat, but that's okay. It will give me some dimension and some different levels, and that's all fine. And now I'm going to try and add my photos and figure out what else I'm going to put on this layout. So I really loved that Maggie Holmes chipboard piece that says "You make today better." That's like a Polaroid frame, and normally for frames I would use them to back my photos. They'd go behind, act as layers, but I just love that phrase so much that I decided to put it on center stage and use that as my title effectively. So I have my photo, and I did have two, but I've decided to use just the one, and it's a very green photo, and it's kind of the wrong kind of green to go with the rest of my supplies. So I'm going to have to try and make that look a little bit better by covering up some of the green area of the photo and then adding some more embellishments around the subject of the photo as well, rather than having all the green on display. And that will definitely help. It definitely has helped make it not look quite so lime green. It's a very different green to the colour of the leaves. So now I'm just adding some layers behind my photo. I've got this little notebook paper piece of ephemera from Bunnies Blooms. To the left of my photo, I've got another one of the chipboard Polaroid frames, but this time I have used it as a layer. I'm just adding in bits and pieces. I've added some flowers, chipboard flowers and regular flowers from the sticker sheet, as well as the chipboard. I've pulled out some little phrases from the Bunnies and Blooms collection that say "Lovely day, hey bunny, love." And then I've also got hoppy, hippity hop, big smile big, and funny bunny. So these are all really cute and work really well. My daughter is bunny obsessed, so therefore any layout with her on a bunny or anything bunny related works really well. So I'm super happy to have those little subtle references to how much she loves bunnies on my layout. I probably wouldn't have put them because this is not like an Easter photo, for example, so I probably wouldn't have put all these phrases on a photo about either of my boys because they don't really not that interested in bunnies. But anything with Sophie and can have a bunny on for sure. Okay, so I'm just distressing the edges of those little phrases and getting those stuck in place. I'm going to raise them all up on foam pads. I have got the Maggie Holmes chipboard pieces that I've put on the layout, so a bunny, a butterfly. I've got the Admit 1 ticket up there that I'm just going to add in just a moment. Oh, and of course my tape gun's run out. It always runs out on camera. Honestly, it's so frustrating. I'm like, oh, do I stop the camera? Literally just started it and reload, or just do it. So I just did it. Okay, so just getting those little bits stuck in place now. Those little banners with my foam pads, raising up on foam pads. I love my layouts to have dimension. That's why I love using chipboard as well as flat stickers, as well as cut files, as well as the gems and enamel dots, those kind of things. I love all of it. I love it all to have lots of different things going on and lots of different textures. Okay, so I'm still just like working on getting everything stuck down. I'm pretty happy with how it's all looking, but I just want to make sure that nothing's going to ping off. So I've got my hot glue gun here and I'm going to stick on my chipboard. Oh, I had a problem with my chipboard. So never had this happen before. A 12 by 12 sheet of chipboard, all of the bits fell through and ended up in a big lump down the bottom of the cellophane packaging. This doesn't normally happen with Maggie Holmes or American Crafts chipboard. It's they're normally well wedged into those the surrounds, but for some reason they all fell through and they weren't sticking to the backing sheet very well. I don't know if there was a problem in production of the backing sheet, but they certainly weren't sticking to it, and then they were all falling through. And then, of course, they were sticking to each other. So what I had to do was take the whole lot and de-stick all of them, and I just used my little de-sticky spongy thing. It's basically a little cushion filled with talcum powder, and I just de-stuck every single one. So, of course, now they don't have any sticky on them at all. So in order to stick them, I need to use some different adhesive. So I'm using my hot glue gun to make sure that all those chipboard pieces stay in place. Alternative, if they're small, then I'll use glossy accents. But that's why I've had to stick down all of my chipboard in that way, because it was just, there's no sticky left whatsoever. To be honest, I would normally reinforce chipboard anyway with glossy accents or hot glue gun, just because they don't have much flex in, they don't have any flex, so therefore, but the layouts do, so therefore sometimes they come off. Okay, so here I go, covering up a bit more of the green in the photo. So I've got a little label sticker that says, "You are so loved." And it was very long, so I cut it into 3 pieces and then I've layered it onto the green background of the photo, so that has served to cover up a bit more of the green. I've added a little blue bow there as well, so again, that helps too. Okay, right, so now just coming in with some of those little gems by Prima. These are so pretty. I love these. We've had them, I think we've had them before or something similar, and I really loved them then. So I was delighted to see another pack, and they are gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. They're kind of like multifaceted enamel dots. So they really shine and shimmer, and they just look gorgeous. So I'm picking out the peach and pink tones, and I'm just dotting those around the layout. I've kind of like created a bit of a starburst effect on this layout. You know, it's all central, and then things are coming out from the middle. Just adding in some peach ink from the ink pad. I've just put it onto a piece of packaging and added some water, and then I can flick my ink in that way. Okay, so of course something else has now run out on camera, so I'm now scrabbling around looking for replacement staples for my tiny attacher. The funny thing was I could not find them anywhere, so I had to turn off the camera and go looking. And then I went through everything, and then I ended up having to go into my stores and get out a whole new pack of staples. And then, of course, when I tied it up, I found them underneath another layer of paper or something. So, because the staples always live with the stapler, so honestly, I knew they were there, but I just could not find them anywhere. Anyway, there you go. The joys of scrapbooking. So I have just stapled down 2 sides of my layout just to give some really, really great dimension. I did the splatters, and now I'm just adding a little bit of journaling using a grey journaling pen. And that is my layout complete. So it's really pretty. I love how it turned out. This is a really cute cut file. I love all the products in the April kits. So yeah, all done. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget that if you are a Hip Kit Club subscriber, you get the main kit at a reduced price, 15% discount off all add-on kits, and you get access to exclusive subscriber cut files like the one I used today. So lots of reasons to subscribe. Thank you so very much for joining me today. That was Nikki Rowland for Hip Kit Club.